Picture this. You're sitting in a dimly lit living room. The clock ticks past midnight. The house is silent, but your mind is screaming. The divorce papers are signed. The ink is dry. She's gone. The kids are asleep in another room, or maybe they're with her tonight. You're alone with your thoughts, and the weight of reality presses down on your chest. You remember the promises, the vows, the laughter, the plans for the future. You remember how she looked at you on your wedding day like you were the only man in the world. You remember the illusion, but now the mask has slipped. The fairy tale is over. The reality is cold, sharp, and unforgiving. She thought she'd be happier. She thought freedom would taste sweet. She thought the world would open up for her, that she'd be the heroine of her own story. That's what they all think, but what I'm about to tell you is the truth every man needs to hear. Every divorced wife ends up facing a reality she never saw coming. Let's rewind. Let's go back to the beginning, before the papers, before the fights, before the silence. There was a time when she looked at you with admiration, when she clung to your arm in public, when she laughed at your jokes. You were her rock, her protector, her provider. You were the center of her world. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, things began to change. The compliments faded. The intimacy waned. The arguments became more frequent, more bitter. She started spending more time with her friends, less time with you. She became distant, distracted, dissatisfied. You tried to fix it. You tried to be more attentive, more romantic, more supportive. But nothing worked. The harder you tried, the further she pulled away. Until one day, she said the words you never thought you'd hear. "I'm not happy. I want a divorce." In that moment, the illusion shattered. The reality hit you like a freight train. The woman you loved, the woman you built a life with, was gone. And in her place was a stranger. This is the betrayal. The moment when the dream dies and the nightmare begins. But let's not pretend this is just your story. This is the story of millions of men. Every man who's ever loved, trusted, and lost. Every man who's ever believed in the fairy tale, only to wake up in a cold, empty bed. The betrayal is universal. The pain is absolute. You see, brother, the world tells women that divorce is a new beginning, a fresh start. But what they don't tell them is that the price of freedom is often paid in loneliness, regret, and a slow creeping sense of loss that no amount of self-help books or girls' nights out can erase. Let me give you a real scenario. Imagine a woman named Jessica. She's 37, 2 kids, married for 12 years. She's been watching her friends post about finding themselves after divorce. She's been reading articles about living your best life. She starts to believe she's missing out. She files for divorce, convinced she'll be happier. The first few weeks she feels a rush. New apartment, new clothes, new Instagram posts. But then the silence sets in. The kids are with their dad. The phone stops buzzing. The friends stop calling. She sits alone, staring at the ceiling, wondering if she made a mistake. That's the moment the illusion dies. That's the moment reality bites. Let's strip away the romance and look at the raw biology, brother. Every woman is hardwired by millions of years of evolution. Her brain chemistry, her instincts, her very DNA programmed for one thing: security. The biological imperative. She seeks the strongest mate, the best provider, the safest nest for her offspring. It's not her fault. It's not a choice. It's nature. When a woman marries, her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. She feels safe, connected, protected. But when she divorces, that bond is shattered. The dopamine rush of new beginnings fades. The serotonin of stability evaporates. She's left with a chemical void, a biological withdrawal. Evolution never prepared her for the modern divorce, for the endless options, the dating apps, the illusion of infinite choice. Her ancient programming collides with a new world, and the result is chaos. Every woman who walks away from her marriage is fighting against her own biology. And biology always wins in the end. Let's get clinical for a moment. The female brain is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. It's designed to detect threats, to seek out resources, to form alliances. When she chooses a mate, she's not just choosing a man, she's choosing a future. Her subconscious is scanning for signs of strength, stability, and status. But in the modern world, these instincts are hijacked. Social media bombards her with images of better men, better lives, better options. The grass always looks greener. The dopamine hits come fast and easy. Likes, comments, attention from strangers. Her brain is flooded with signals that she can do better, that she deserves more. But here's the catch. The brain can't distinguish between real value and artificial validation. The same circuits that once drove her to bond with you now drive her to seek attention elsewhere. The result? Restlessness, dissatisfaction, the urge to escape. And when she finally pulls the trigger, when she leaves the marriage, her biology rebels. The oxytocin dries up. The dopamine crashes. The serotonin plummets. She's left in a state of withdrawal, like an addict cut off from her supply. This is the biological truth. The hardwired reality. No amount of empowerment or self-help can override millions of years of evolution. Let's go deeper. The human brain is a chemical battlefield. Every emotion, every impulse, every decision is driven by neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, norepinephrine. When a woman is in a stable relationship, her brain is flooded with these chemicals. She feels safe, secure, content. But when the relationship ends, the chemical balance is destroyed. The brain goes into survival mode. Anxiety spikes. Depression sets in. The craving for connection becomes overwhelming. Behavioral example: the divorced wife who can't sleep at night. She lies awake, replaying old memories, questioning her decisions. Her brain is starved for oxytocin, desperate for the comfort of physical touch. She tries to fill the void with distractions, shopping, drinking, meaningless flings, but nothing works. Behavioral example: the woman who becomes obsessed with self-improvement. She signs up for every class, every workshop, every retreat. She's trying to rebuild her identity, to prove to herself and the world that she's thriving. But beneath the surface, she's struggling. The mask is slipping. Behavioral example: the mother who throws herself into her career. She works late, takes on extra projects, climbs the corporate ladder. She tells herself she's empowered, independent, unstoppable. But the truth is she's running from the pain. The emptiness follows her everywhere. This is the psychological mechanism. The emotional fallout. The war inside her mind. Let's talk about the emotional mechanism. The psychological battlefield. When a woman leaves her marriage, her brain goes to war with itself. Attachment theory tells us that breaking a pair bond is like tearing flesh from bone. The brain's reward system, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, goes haywire. She craves connection, but finds only emptiness. Case study: Sarah, 38. She thought divorce would set her free. The first few weeks, she felt alive, dopamine surging as she explored new possibilities. But soon the novelty wore off. The loneliness crept in. She started scrolling social media late at night, searching for validation, for a hit of that old chemical high. She posted selfies, inspirational quotes, stories about finding herself. But inside she was hollow. Another case: Lisa, 42. She left her husband for a co-worker. The affair fizzled. The co-worker moved on. Lisa found herself alone, her children distant, her friends uncomfortable. She tried therapy, yoga, wine nights. Nothing filled the void. Her brain chemistry was out of balance. Her body still mourning the loss of the pair bond. This is the mechanism. The brain is programmed for connection, for stability. Divorce is a neurological trauma. The mind tries to rationalize, but the body knows the truth. Let's go deeper. The woman who jumps from relationship to relationship, never satisfied. She's searching for the high of new love, but every man disappoints her. The thrill fades faster each time. Example 3. The mother who becomes distant from her children. She tells herself she's finding herself, but the kids feel the loss. They act out, withdraw, or become angry. The family unit is fractured. You see it in the bars, the gyms, the dating apps. Women in their late 30s, 40s, even 50s, trying to recapture their youth, their value in the sexual marketplace. But the market is ruthless. The competition is fierce. The returns diminish. Case study: Amanda, 45. She divorced at 40, convinced she'd find a better man. 5 years later, she's still single. The men she dates are either uninterested, in commitment, or looking for someone younger. She's bitter, resentful, but can't admit it out loud. Case study: Brittany, 36. She left her husband for a fresh start. She moved to a new city, started a new job, reinvented herself. For a while it worked. She felt alive, empowered, unstoppable. But the novelty wore off. The loneliness set in. She started drinking more, sleeping less, questioning everything. Case study, Catherine, 50. She divorced in her late 30s, convinced she'd find happiness. Now she's alone. Her children visit out of obligation. She spends holidays with her cat. She wonders where it all went wrong, but can't bring herself to admit the truth. These are the warning signs. The behaviors are predictable. The outcomes are inevitable. But it's not just biology, brother. There's a social conspiracy at work. Modern society sells women a lie. The media, Hollywood, pop culture. They glamorize divorce, independence, living your best life. They tell women they can have it all: career, freedom, endless romance. They never show the cost. Feminism tells women they don't need men. That marriage is a trap. That motherhood is optional. That happiness is found in self-actualization, not family. The legal system incentivizes divorce, alimony, child support, no-fault laws. The state profits from broken families. The lawyers get rich. The children suffer. Peer pressure is relentless. Friends, co-workers, influencers, they cheer her on. You go. Girl, you deserve better. Don't settle. But when the dust settles, those same voices are silent. The support vanishes. She's left alone. Let's break it down. The media is a propaganda machine. Every movie, every TV show, every magazine cover, pushing the narrative that women are victims, that men are oppressors, that marriage is a prison. They glorify the single life, the boss babe, the empowered divorcee, but they never show the aftermath. They never show the loneliness, the regret, the broken families. Feminism is a double-edged sword. It promises freedom, but delivers isolation. It tells women to prioritize career over family, independence over connection. It tells them they can have it all. But when the reality sets in, when the loneliness becomes unbearable, those same people are nowhere to be found. Case study, Lauren, 39. She was surrounded by friends who cheered her on as she left her husband. "You're so brave," they said. "You deserve better." But after the divorce, those friends drifted away, busy with their own families. Lauren found herself alone at birthday parties, alone on holidays, alone in her apartment. The support was an illusion, a fleeting high that faded as soon as the paperwork was done. Case study, Megan, 34. She followed the advice of her favorite influencer, who posted daily about self-love and choosing yourself. Megan left her marriage, expecting a life of adventure and fulfillment. But the influencer moved on to the next trend, and Megan was left with the consequences. Her children confused, her finances in ruins, her nights filled with regret. Let's not forget the role of the workplace. Modern corporate culture rewards the independent woman narrative. HR seminars, diversity workshops, empowerment conferences, they all push the same message. You don't need a man. You don't need a family. You need to focus on you. But when the office lights go out and the applause fades, what's left? An empty apartment. A cold bed. A heart that aches for something real. And then comes the collapse. Every divorced wife hits the wall. The emotional destruction point. The moment when the illusion dies and reality takes its place. She looks in the mirror and sees the lines, the years lost. She scrolls through dating apps and realizes her value has plummeted. The men she wants don't want her. The men who want her she doesn't want. This is the bitter truth, the harsh, uncomfortable reality. The truth no one wants to say out loud. So what's the solution, brother? How do you survive this battlefield? First, accept reality. Don't chase illusions. Don't believe the lies. See the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Second, build yourself. Focus on your mission, your purpose. Become self-reliant. Strengthen your mind, your body, your spirit. The world respects strength, not weakness. Third, practice stoic wisdom. Let go of bitterness. Don't let anger consume you. Learn from the pain. Use it as fuel. Find meaning in adversity. Fourth, protect yourself. Know the patterns. Recognize the warning signs. Don't let yourself be blindsided by betrayal. Lead with clarity, with purpose, with masculine resolve. You are not alone. Every man faces this battle. Every man feels the sting of betrayal, the weight of loss. But you can rise above it. You can become stronger, wiser, more resilient. This is the path of the awakened man, the path of truth, the path of strength. Let me tell you, brother, the world will try to break you. It will try to convince you that you are less, that you are replaceable, that your pain doesn't matter. But you are not alone. You are not broken. You are not finished. You have a choice. You can let the pain define you, or you can use it to forge a new path. You can become the man you were meant to. Be strong, wise, unbreakable, so stand tall. Hold your head high. Embrace the truth, no matter how bitter. Remember, brother, every divorced wife ends up like this. But you have a choice. Choose strength. Choose wisdom. Choose reality. And that choice starts with arming yourself with knowledge. Don't just take my word for it. Look at the cold, hard facts. Studies show that divorced women face higher risks of depression and health issues compared to married women. That's not some fleeting sadness, it's a deep, lingering fog that clouds their judgment, saps their energy, and turns every day into a grind. Meanwhile, men, we bounce back differently. Sure, the initial hit is brutal, but we adapt. We rebuild. Because society doesn't hand us the same illusions. No one tells us we'll find ourselves in a sea of endless options. We know the game is stacked, so we play smarter. Let's dive deeper into the financial wreckage, because money is the silent killer in all this. When a woman initiates divorce, and let's be real, she does in about 70% of cases, she's often banking on alimony, child support, or that independent woman paycheck to carry her through. But reality bites hard. Post-divorce, women's household income drops by an average of 41%, while men's dips by about 23%. Wait, you thought feminism leveled the playing field? Think again. She might get the house, the kids, the sympathy, but the bills pile up. The lifestyle she once enjoyed? Gone. Now she's juggling rent, utilities, and that overpriced yoga membership on a single income. Behavioral example. The ex-wife who downsizes from a spacious suburban home to a cramped apartment. She tells her friends it's cozy and liberating, but the truth leaks out in her late-night online shopping sprees, racking up debt to numb the sting. For men, the financial hit is immediate and vicious. Courts often award her half or more, plus ongoing payments that feel like a lifetime sentence. But here's the edge. We turn that pain into purpose. We hustle harder, start side businesses, invest wisely. Case study, Ryan, 42. His wife filed after 15 years, claiming she needed space. He lost the house, paid hefty support, but he channeled the rage into flipping real estate. 5 years later, he's debt-free, owns 3 properties and dates on his terms. No regrets, just results. That's the masculine blueprint. Transform loss into leverage.